Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I am in the car. I've made it to my destination, which is going to be the topic of today's video. And that topic is Lowe's Halloween decorations. A lot of you loved the Home Depot vlog, and we got to keep going with the hardware stores. So I figured, why not check out Lowe's? Because in the past, Lowe's has done some really cool Halloween things. So I'm really interested to see what they have this year. I have not seen anything online or in other people's videos. I know a couple of my besties have gone to Lowe's and they've told me that, they got some cool stuff. So, and I just saw someone walk by right now with a Halloween Snoopy in their cart. So, yeah, let's head inside. Let's see what they got and cross our fingers that they beat out Home Depot with that 15-foot tall animatronic. Maybe they have a 16-foot tall one. Oh yeah, the promised land for some people. Not for me, because I really don't frequent these hardware stores. Only around this time of year, just because I want to see their decorations. I'm not into the hardware store thing, but I know a lot of people are. I'm just into the Halloween. And also, huge shout out to the Halloween shirt company for today's t-shirt. I love it. Figured fitting for today's subject. Okay, I've officially made it inside. And just like Home Depot, this one has a distinct smell to it as well, but it's a little different than Home Depot. So I wonder what the difference is. Is it like the potting soil? I don't know, but look at what's going on behind me. I think they got Home Depot by just a hair. That thing, that blow up is freaking massive. Holy moly. How tall is that? Okay, yeah, they got him beat out. It's 20 feet. 20-foot tall giant skeleton. OMG, that's pretty epic. I was thinking they were going to have, a similar animatronic kind of thing. I wasn't expecting a massive blow up. Wow. Well, and they got you covered with the blow up stuff because I see a bunch over there, which we'll go over here in just a few moments, but wow, what an entrance statement that is. I guess we could start over here with our posing skeletons. Again, this is how I sit on the couch, if you're wondering, or some of my stretches after a good gym sesh. These are $34.98 for these skeletons. And look at this, it does something. I believe the eyes light up. Okay, yeah, the eyes do light up. 5-foot posable skeleton with lighted eyes. That's what it's called. And just like Home Depot, I'm sure they have a lot of this stuff online. So if you are not close to a Lowe's where you're at, and it's easier to just pick some of this stuff up on the interwebs, well, you can totally do that. And I'm sure they'll ship it out to you. Look at these guys. We have a different color, 3-foot posable hanging skeleton. Okay, $14.98 for those. Yeah, they have 3 colors available. They have white, pink, and green. I don't mind the white. White's cool. This is definitely unique. I'm more into this though. This is like classic Halloween when I see this. This is like Halloween party. And then over here on the other side we have some accent rugs for $17.98. They have a few different designs available. We love that. I'd probably get this one. This one's classic. Love that. And then if those are a little too scary, well, they have these for you. Especially when we're inching our way into Thanksgiving. This is a good transition, right? This is a really good transition. And speaking of the Thanksgiving fall kind of vibe stuff, they have plenty of that as well. And you know what? I'm a little worried for these two because, they're just happy little scarecrows enjoying their time, but they're right next to all the like spooky stuff, especially the giant animatronics. So, I don't know. They're holding up pretty well though. This guy still has a smile on his face, and I mean, so does she. So there you go, I guess. $29.98, by the way, for the scarecrows. Here's some of the blow-up items that they have here at Lowe's. They have some Disney characters. They have Hello Kitty. Ooh, we got a Frankenstein's monster blow-up for $34.98. We have Star Wars. I like this ghost. He's pretty cute. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Then we have some larger ones. Look at this dragon. Dang. That one is $179 for the black dragon, 9 feet tall. Fire and ice. Oh, dude, fire and ice? For those that watch my theme park channel, Theme Park Obsession, I love dueling dragons. And we got some fire and ice going on with this one. Ooh, look at this one. This is a spooky spider with a skull on the back. That is $69.98. That one's pretty intense. And it looks like there's two sets of light up sections. So we have the eyes in the front and then the eyes on the skull in the main part of the body. And then we have a spooky ghost, 8 feet tall, fire and ice ghost. Everything's fire and ice. Oh, okay. Well, everything's Dueling Dragons related. We love that. Oh, they even have a Pennywise the Clown blow up. This one is $34.98. Just one piece. How tall is it? My Goofy here? What? Oh, 4 feet. Right in front of my face, Dylan. And then they also have, again, some Disney stuff, some Minions, R2-D2. Hey, maybe you have a Star Wars themed haunted house going on. You never know. I was wondering where the Bride of Frankenstein was. Well, there she is. Lights up, 3.5 feet tall. That will go really well with the Frankenstein's monster one you have. Or if you're about to purchase, $34.98 for her. Ooh, look at this. We have some Corpse Bride stuff. Those guys are cool. $279 for each of them. Let's see, what does it do?
Gather round, everybody. We've decided to do this thing properly. So grab what you can and follow us. We're moving this wedding party upstairs.
And then right next to the Corpse Bride characters, we have some Haunted Mansion characters being represented here at Lowe's. We love that. These are the hitchhiking ghosts at the end of the attraction. Here's some more skeletons right next to the hitchhiking ghosts. We have the 3 foot tall one right here for $34.98, but I love the one in the back. Look at that. He's really cool. $100 for him, $99.98 to be exact. Wow. Yeah, he's like a grungy looking skeleton. It looks like he just came out of the graveyard. That's awesome. We have a gravestone right here. It's the pop-up tombstone, $169. It does have a button, so let's go ahead and see what it does. Intense. And then right next to that, we have a pumpkin. Now, I'm guessing this one's going to pop up as well, but let's go ahead and press the try me button. Yeah, you know what? These are solid. Those are solid jump scares too. So if you're creating a little haunted house or something, I feel like that's a pretty good buy. What was the pumpkin priced at? I didn't see the price. Let me look really quick. He is $199. I don't know, some of these large scale haunted houses like Halloween Horror Nights, Knott's Scary Farm, Fright Fest, they better watch out because Lowe's is creating some pretty amazing animatronics. We have some more characters over here, including a lot of the neon lights, which I kind of dig. I love the neon bat. That's $49.98. And they also have a cauldron right here for the same price. We have some more spooky ghosts, and then we have one of these LED trees. There's scary bats in it. Look at this like candle behind the ghost. It's like stacked up skulls with candles at the very top. I love that. That's really cool. I wonder if some of that's down here as far as the pricing is concerned. I'm sure it all is. And then, like I was saying earlier, you can find more online. When it comes to the blow-up stuff, if you're wondering what it looks like when it's fully inflated, they have a lot of them on display at your local Lowe's. So before you purchase, if you just want to see what it looks like, they pretty much have you covered. There's that Bride of Frankenstein. And then they have all the Disney characters and whatnot. Ooh, I really like these. These are $19.98. They have some luminaries. Very Martha Stewart-esque. This reminds me of a lot of Martha Stewart's ideas that she does for Halloween. Shout out to Martha Stewart, by the way. Her Halloween stuff is iconic. Iconic. I remember when I was little, my mom would put on the Martha Stewart specials on Halloween all the time, like during the season. It was so much fun. Yeah, she has some really cool ideas. What does this guy do? Not turned on, but Victorian zombie head busts for $34.98. That's kind of expensive for that. The pricing is a little odd. Oh, it's like this is an interesting material. Okay, so this moves or something. It's an animated head bust. We have a bunch of pumpkins over here. Some of them light up. Very similar to the pumpkins that we saw at Home Depot. What does this one do? This one is a pop-up pumpkin, and it's medium for $49.98. Dang. I approve. If you're looking to pick up a fog machine, they have one available here for $49.98. This one's from Froggy's Fog. If you've been to a few Halloween conventions, you've seen them pop up. They're pretty well known in the industry. They also have some fog juice available for you. Just a little tip, by the way, if you are purchasing a fog machine, remember when you're purchasing fog fluid to double check what kind of fog fluid you're getting, because some fog fluid is meant for specific machines. So if you get a low-lying fogger, you're going to want to buy low-lying fog fluid. The regular stuff won't do as well in that kind of machine. So always just pay attention to that when you're purchasing. We have some more gravestones in the back over here next to the foggers. Remember, you can also pick up some styrofoam here at Lowe's and create your own tombstones that look just like this, especially if you're super creative. I mean, you could pull it off. And even if you don't know how to carve these intricate designs into styrofoam, you can still make some pretty good looking ones with some simple paint and just carving things out. It doesn't really take much. And if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these hardware stores, they sell big sheets of styrofoam. So yeah, you can pick up a giant sheet and make probably a dozen tombstones for a pretty affordable price. Here are those blow-ups once again. There's the dragon, the dueling dragons, fire and ice dragon. There's the Snoopy one. Snoopy sitting at the top of his, or laying on the top of his doghouse. And then we have the Mickey pumpkin that you'll find at Disneyland. They have a blow-up version. Look at these. We have some succulents. Kind of like the pumpkin. That one's cool. Let's see what they have available. Clearly, these are popular. Wow, there's really not that many available. They have the haunted house, a spooky cat, and a spooky skeleton. That's about it. And then right next to that, we have some smaller items, more skeletons. And then here's some of the animatronics that we're going to go over here in just a moment. Yeah, look at all of this. Look at this guy right here. He's like it's not a zombie, it's like a vampire kind of ghoul. I don't know. Again, what I kind of look like midday, not really in the morning, but midday. This is what I'm looking like, especially if I haven't gone out in the sun yet. This is what I look like in the morning right here. Yeah, see all the wrinkles and everything? Yeah, spot on. Dang, look at this guy. He's chilling. He is vibing out. His sunglasses on. He doesn't even have a body. You can see right through him. Okay, I guess we could start in the back here. Look at this scarecrow. Perfect for Halloween Horror Nights. You can totally copy Halloween Horror Nights and have a bunch of scarecrows. And then you could play music from Slash, and there you go. Oh no, that was that dude. And here he is in the box. This is the Immortal Nightwalker for $4.49. He's 12 feet. As you saw, he kind of moves from side to side, and he has a little sound effect going on. Not the most crazy animatronic, but yeah, I feel like they can't really do too much, especially with something that's 12 feet. Okay, well, maybe this one is the Scarecrow.
I'm the result of a mad farmer's experiment. Leave is sealed, or you'll be next.
I was expecting it to move. Okay. Well, there you go. $299 for that. I feel like that might be a little pricey just for some audio. Okay, let's see what the werewolf does. He's $329. I'm assuming this is the button. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that one's legit. A little bit more expensive than the Scarecrow, but I feel like for the money, that one's yeah, that one's a little bit more elaborate just because he moves with, you know, first of all, he moves, but second, his movements are pretty cool. Ooh, look at this guy down here. He is the Giant Skull Groundbreaker for $249. I love the color in his eyes. That is so cool. Now on camera it looks a little dark. You can kind of see the camera's trying to, yeah, see it looks a little different. Maybe if I not focus somewhere else. There we go. That's more of what it looks like. It's a little lighter in person. Then we have this guy right here. He is the Gary the Gravedigger. $269 for him. Let's go ahead and give her a rip.
Tread carefully. With the shovel in my hand, nose to picking.
Oh, the werewolf and the gravedigger are battling it out. Okay, I gotta say, just like the Scarecrow, nothing too crazy for the gravedigger. I feel like the werewolf is winning right now. Werewolf, then maybe the 12-foot guy, just because he's massive. But let's go ahead and see what this witch does. It is the Witch with Cauldron, $249 for that. It might be this one, or you know what? No, maybe it's this one. Let's try this one. No, I was wrong. It's this guy. It's this guy over here. He's even got another trick where he's hiding his price. He doesn't want people to see. He's $299, and that is for this character right here. We'll go look at the box in a second. Yeah, that's intense. But what does the witch do? Let's see.
For in this bubbling cauldron the ingredients stew. I of newt and venomous goo. A potion is crafted with evil intent.
Pretty solid. Yeah, no, this is good. I gotta do this guy again because this is pretty cool. That's a really good one, especially if you want to scare some little trick-or-treaters. And this is the witch in her box. Yeah, she's 6 feet, so she's pretty tall. And then this guy right here, the Keeper of Time, 7-foot animated Keeper of Time. I think this one's probably the most scary out of all of them so far. I think this one and the werewolf are like top two, and then the witch, then followed by the giant 12-foot guy. But this one you can use outside, sound effects. It's motion and sound activated, so that's even better. So if the kids are being a little noisy, well, they'll activate it, and he'll jump up and scare them. And then here's the werewolf 7-foot animated blood howler. Werewolf, indoor use, motion activated, sound effects. It comes with a 10-foot cord. There you go. Okay, next up we have the Nightmare Spectre. This one's $99. It's sound and motion activated. You can use it indoors. That's what they recommend, but I feel like you can probably put this outside if you have some coverage. This might be the button. I don't know. Is it? Try to hit it again. Oh, maybe it was this one. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, I think I found the button. I believe it's this one right here.
I'm here to collect your screams. Fear the darkness closing in. For in the shadows I dwell.
He's pretty cool. Okay, and then we have this one, which is probably the scariest out of all of them. This guy right here, this little ghost. I think this is his butt. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That is intense. I don't know, you guys. Y'all better back up, because this guy in front over here, he's stealing the show. Now, right next to the animatronics, we have some sugar skulls, $12.98 for those. Zip ties, you always need some of those, because if you're hanging stuff all over the house, Yeah, zip ties do come in handy. We have some spider webs and giant spooky spiders. They have different sizes available with different pricing. $6.98, $9.98, and then $19.98. Overall, some pretty solid stuff here at Lowe's. So again, if you have a Lowe's near you and it's not too far, definitely go down and check out what they have available. Each store might be slightly different. This is just what they have in Southern California. It might be different where you're at. And remember, you can get a lot of stuff online, and there might be things available online only. And I think that's pretty much it for Halloween 2025. There's a few other little things in there that I didn't quite get, but I'll just leave that for you to explore on your own. And it might be different in your local store, but here, for me, all the Halloween stuff was at the front, right when you walked in. Okay, I've made my way to the foam aisle. This is aisle 18 at my store, and they have some like insulation, and then they have like big foam sheets available. $29.98 or $29.04 actually for this giant sheet behind me. Again, you can snag one of those and take that home with some paint, maybe some joint compound or whatever other materials you want to throw on it, and carve out your own tombstones. You can get like maybe a dozen out of that sheet right there. I mean, I think you can get a dozen. And since the foam is pretty thick, I mean, you could, if you really take care of them, I mean, your tombstones will last a few years, especially if you put some coating on them, like with joint compound, or you paint them with pretty thick paint. Yeah, I mean, they'll last a long time. And then this stuff, not only is it great, but it looks really cool on tombstones or like on walls. Like if you spray it, it kind of looks like that. But then if you like, you texture it a little bit, it can look like, toxic sludge, or it can look like moss, or, a bunch of different things. So $4.38 for a can of this. Just don't get this on your fingers. Make sure you're wearing gloves because it does just get everywhere. Yeah, don't be afraid to get creative. And up front, it might be a little expensive to do all that kind of stuff, but long term, it ends up being cheaper because then you don't have to go out and buy tombstones all the time. You can just keep them around for years and years and years. And that goes for a few other decorations as well. Alrighty, it's time to head on out. Goodbye, Lowe's Halloween decorations for the 2025 season. I might see you again soon, and you never know, maybe they'll have some new stuff pop up in the next couple of weeks, because at the time of making this video, it's only like the first week of September. All right, there we have it. There was your look at Lowe's Halloween 2025. They have so much available. I love the giant animatronics, and I really liked that 20-foot tall inflatable skeleton. That blow-up skeleton was insane. I can't believe they had something a little bit taller than the 16-foot animatronic thing that we saw at Home Depot. That was crazy. So Lowe's coming in clutch for 2025. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and if you're new to the channel and you love these kinds of videos and more, well, you should consider subscribing, because I'm going to have brand new ones every single month that you won't want to miss out on. Don't forget to check out my main channel for all things theme parks, but until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.